Hey there guys, Frankomatic here, and I know some of the things I've done recently haven't really been particularly obscure, so let's go with this. This is Kid Niki 2, essentially, a game that was never released over here. Sequel to Kid Niki Radical Ninja. The story is scrolling down there, but the gist of it essentially is Evil Theme Park. We're not going to have any of that, so let's go take care of this. We have a few options on where to go to start out. But first thing we're going to do is go to Miniature World. Unlike the original Kid Niki, you are not a one-hit wonder this time. You've got 3 hit points. That's generally more than enough for most situations in this game, because it's not particularly difficult. There's only one level that I would actually classify as legitimately hard, and that's pretty close to the end, as you might expect. The game also conveniently throws a bunch of extra lives around. You might also notice that Niki looks a little different than you might recall from the old run I did a very long time ago. Oh man, I didn't want to put down here. Oh well. The princess heads I'm grabbing would heal you if you're hurt. You can also find Kid Niki heads, which give you extra lives, as I was just mentioning. You can also actually attack in all 4 directions with your sword this time around. You have to be jumping to attack down, though. And with that, we're already at the first boss. This robot thing. Most bosses don't take too many hits and aren't particularly challenging. And with Miniature World defeated, let's go right down to Strange Land, which is pretty apt for a name. Let's see if I can complete this in one run. I've been practicing a little bit to not embarrass myself too much, because I'm notoriously bad at anything that requires dexterity. And I think I can handle this. Ah, the gourd. The gourd allows you to use the other new feature, but I'm not going to use it just yet. This time around, Kid Niki has magic. There are 2 sort of attack spells that I never use in favor of the more interesting transformation magic. That blinking sign down there will exit you from the area you're in currently if you have to leave for some reason. Like in case you're dying and don't want to lose a life. But when you come back, you have to start from the beginning of the stage again. Shoes speed you up. Money is just points, because there is no shops in this game. It's all basic stuff. I believe these guys are supposed to be the enemy ninjas from the first game. It's kind of hard to tell, though. They're a little stylistically different. And boss time. This time we have a angry machine of some sort that spits fire. And doesn't spit birds at us, but birds come in to help it out. Not anymore though, because it's dead. Didn't even take 1 hit. Not making these boss machines like they used to. And now it's time for the Forest Railroad, which is full of ninjas. I know, a shocker, right? They jump around and generally make annoyances of themselves. That's not great playing on my part, but that's what you come to expect in the obscure game theater, I'm sure. This is what a Reno feels like. Luckily there's healing right there. Also, no inside to deal with these jerks, so just avoid them. Like this. Yeah, let's stay up here. Also, up top we have a secret bonus room with a bunch of stuff we can't get to unless we use our transformation magic. It's okay though, it costs 1 gourd and we get a bunch. And to cancel it early, choose the X. You can either cancel it early with the X or the last 10 seconds. Take your pick. Just raking in the lives. This game is considerably easier than its predecessor, but it's still pretty fun. I actually find this a little more fun than the original Kid Niki, which was tough more by nature of questionable decisions in design at times than anything else. Always good to keep a lot of gourds handy. There's a few levels where being able to transform into one of your animal forms is very useful. Another boss that is not even worth mentioning as a boss, barely. Now with that, we can now move on to the next set of levels, starting up with the Ghost Forest. I'm pretty sure at this point you can no longer move freely, you just get a free shot between those first three. Skeletons are invincible, but they fall down when you hit them. And this is one of the aforementioned levels where being able to transform at will is very useful. Because you can jump across the alligators, Pitfall Harry style, but seriously, forget that. That was a waste of a gourd. It's way easier to just fly up here and walk past them. Hey, jumper shoot. The crazy neck girls are not defeatable. Which is just fine by me, because they really creep me out. I could probably frog my way up there, but this seems safer. Also, in case you really need the hit points or a gourd, you can fly down there. But I don't really need either. Extra life. The extra lives really do come in handy for the one level I mentioned as being difficult, because I will probably die a lot there. If I'm going to fail in this game challenge, it will be in that part. Way to walk right into and attack me. Luckily the boss of this level is even easier than the other ones have been. And here he is. It's a tree. You hit it in the eyes. It drops skulls that you can kill. I'm already doing very poorly at this by nature of having terrible aim, but it's dead. I might have this wrapped up under half an hour. Underworld. It's a cave level. The intro to this one is a little obnoxious. If you touch anywhere but the top of those boulders, they hurt you. And that's... no, this is the difficult part if you want to play it fair. Which I will. It's difficult mainly because Kid Niki has very odd jumping physics in this game. You can change direction in midair, but he always keeps the same amount of forward momentum. In the sense that as soon as you change direction, all of his speed goes back the way you faced. There's no way to just, like, stop in midair or anything. Also, instead of ninjas, we have heel slimes in this level. I'm not really sure what they're doing here. This isn't a Dragon Quest game, but good to see him branching out, I guess. Still getting murdered, though. I also don't really get the slide whistle sound effect they decided to go with for the sword in this game. And boss is a king heel slime. He's a little obnoxious to hit without taking a bit of damage yourself, but he only takes a few. And this is the level I've been mentioning as being the difficult one. The hardest part is right at the beginning, with these little asshole eggs. You can only hit them when they open, And it's very hard to land on the platforms without hitting the egg, too. There's a few more later on, but that first part there is the roughest by far. Actually, a lot of these guys, it's just easier to flat-out dodge. Hey, Space Monk. Bye, Space Monk. And then there's this segment. Once you get here, you're actually most of the way through this stage and count your lucky fuck stars. Oh, that sucks. There is no way to get another set of shoes, and some of these jumps are very hard to make without them. Luckily, there aren't too many more enemies in this segment, just this terrible jumping section. Can't believe I screwed that up. And this is the other tricky part. If you have the shoes, i.e. you didn't die doing something retarded like I did, this isn't so bad. If you don't, you can just barely make most of these jumps. The boss here is actually a little bit challenging, too, in the sense that it might kill you. Until you get the timing down. And now, the secret is to get right in its face and let it fly over you. And because I said it was somewhat challenging, I proceed to beat it without taking a single hit. Maze. This is the actually next to last level, and one of my favorites. Mainly for the music. Crap, I wanted to go up there. Forgot. Oh well. Not missing anything too important. We can still get the item that is worth having out of the set there, the shoes. Woo. And this is the semi-tricky part of the level again. It's only tricky if you go for the path with more goodies. If you take the lower road, it's not too bad. Especially as long as you take the time to let the things get out of the way. The upper path here is a little easier because these monks are just obnoxious. Hey! Not cool. And those guys, once again, easier just to pretend they don't exist than anything else. You can actually skip this whole bit. By just moving. And, in all honesty, it's kind of worth it. As far as I'm aware, there's no way to get up here without using your magic. So, if you don't have any gourds, sucks to be you. I like these little sword wavy dudes. I don't know who they're supposed to be, but I like the way they look. And with that, we're at probably the easiest boss in the entire game. He walks slowly around and teleports when you hit him. Ooh, frightening. As long as you keep on him, he won't do anything else other than die. And with that, we hit the final level. Happy Land. Happy Land is a lie. This land is not happy at all. In fact, it's a boss rush. A pretty good boss rush, though. I like it. You can usually afford to take about one hit per room. And our first friend is Death Breath. You might remember him from the first game. He's a little harder here. For the most part, if you get caught in his wind, he rushes you. And he runs faster and you'll get blown back. I almost always take one hit, which is fine because there's a healing item in the next room. I take the hit that I always end up taking as just a sign of my general incompetence, as usual. Okay, the bottom two here are just coins. Top two are a little more important because, once again, the shoes. I'm not sure who this is, but once again, not difficult. I remember there being a giant head girl in the first game. This boss strikes me as funny. I don't know what the deal is with the screaming monk statues, but they're hilarious. Also, very easy. What's next? Oh, I think next is the, other fun dude. This guy is actually a little bit tricky just because of the blocks and Niki's general propensity to jump farther than you want him to. But, just like everything else, he only takes a good 5 or so hits, and that's that. And there's no point in grabbing that thing. What's next? Our buddy the Stone Wizard. He turned into a partial cyborg. Taking that hit kind of sucks. Because there's no healing before the final boss. No, that wasn't him. Incidentally, here's where the visitors to the park are going. They're getting turned into ninjas. By a machine. Not really sure how that works. The last boss is a puzzle boss. Oh no! Can you tell which one is the real one? If you can't, that happens. This put me at the very start again. It did. Crap. My bad, guys, sorry. That's actually the first time I've ever managed to completely screw that up. Well, let's see if we can beat the record. If not, I'll just speed this up and you won't understand what I'm saying right now. But that's fine, because sped up text is hilarious. By text, I mean words. What am I doing? There. Can't believe I screwed this up. Almost had a 1 credit clear to go. Well, no I didn't, because I fucked up earlier, too. Almost had a 2 credit clear going there. Oh well, I guess 3 lives isn't that bad. Still be a personal best. I still love these little dudes. See if we can beat the Stone Wizard without taking a hit this time. But first... yeah. I think it was the first time I've ever taken a hit from that guy. Oh well. Pretty sure it's a healing item anyway, so let's just top ourselves off here. Yeah. Much better. Now with 3 health, we should be able to do this without any problem. Much better. And with that, the evil theme park has been destroyed. And we get a text ending. Because it's an old Nintendo game. What were you expecting? Some time alone, eh? I think that's what you guys need also. I'll see you later. Does anything happen after this? No, right back to the tunnel. Anyways, see you next time. Later.